Let's say you have a video and you need to do more to it than just trimming the end or trimming the beginning. Screencastify has an editor that you can use to edit your videos. To get there, when you are in your video, if you click Open in Editor, it will bring you out to the editor. You'll see your video here in the screen, and then your editor is down here. Some of the ways that you can use the editor is by cutting off some of your video that's in the middle instead of just the beginning or the end. So then an example would be when this export comes on. It's up there for a long time and I don't have anything to say. So I want to skip past this to continue on with my screencast. So to do that, I have found this part. This is where I want this part of the video to end. So I move this. I take my white line. This tells you where in the video you're looking at. When I click down, it turns it to that gray. This is the point I want it to cut. So I'm going to click the scissors. Then I can either what it does is it automatically turns it into an animated GIF, or I can fast forward it by clicking and finding the exact right spot for it to stop at. So okay, so I know now for my end point, I want to start my video back up at the 6:45 mark. So I clicked and made my gray line, and then I cut again. This part here I don't need, it's all extra. So all you have to do is click the delete button on your keyboard and it goes away. So now let's hear the transition between this clip and the next one. As you want, I'm going to do right there. Then I'll click export. Right, once it's finished processing the video, and that sounded like a really good transition. If you didn't like it, you could always undo it. Or if you wished a little more were cut off, you could just do the same thing and cut off a little bit more. Besides clipping your video and cutting your video, the editor also lets you crop your video. So if you click on the crop button, you can draw a rectangle to crop it if there's a certain point you want to point out. Like maybe I just want to show the screen. And that would be the part that you would crop. And then you would just click done. So when it's watching the video, that's what you see. Maybe you want to add text to your video. You click the text button and then it brings up the text box right away. So this is how to use the Screencastify editor. You can move it around if you want. You can change the font. You can change what it looks like. But that's how you add text if you need it. Once you're done with the editor, it does not automatically save over your last video that you had. So you either need to save it directly to your Google Drive or you need to download an MP4 of it. That is how you edit your video in Screencastify.